Chris Watts. Cheers, guys. How are you getting on? God, it's good to be here. I'm up from Dublin. This is my first week gigging in Belfast. Thanks. Thank you. That's not the reaction my parents warned me about at all. It's good to be here. My name's Chris. I'm translucent. I am albino, but you can call me Al for short. Honest to God, like, it's fucking... I lean into it. My Tinder bio at the minute says Casper in the streets, Jack Frost in the sheets. You know what I mean? Because I'm white. Even in Ireland, people are like, he's pretty white. Like, you know, some people are Caucasian. I'm just white. That's like, this is what you ask a Turkish dentist for. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm so white, I might be a minority. You know, like, does anyone else here know how patronizing it is being told to put sun cream on by a fucking ginger? You ever? It's fucking ridiculous, man. I tried to sign in. I came up, right? I was staying in a hostel last night, and I checked in. I went to check in, and the guy goes, ID, and I went, fuck. I left it in the other jacket, right? I left my passport, and he goes, I said, will you take a picture? And he goes, no. And I was like, but like you will, right? And I showed him a picture. I was like, look, I have it here. And he's like, how can I be sure that's you? And I was like, what fucking miracle would it be if I had another albino's passport on my phone? Like, I think you can be pretty sure this is me, you know? And it's fucking, I always address it at the start of sets because if I don't do it, sometimes people do it for me, and that's worse. And not just with comedy, like I used to swim a lot as a kid, so my first job was doing hydrotherapy for kids with severe physical disabilities. So I'd be in the pool all day. You're like, you know, each kid gets in for an hour, you swim around, you hold them up, they paddle, it's good for their muscles, right? And about halfway through this session with this kid one day, not bragging, I'm doing all the work, right? And look, he was a shit swimmer, no harm. And he looks at me out of nowhere and he just goes, this is very Dublin, but I will explain it. He goes, you look like a Ginny Joe. That's Dublin slang for dandelion, right? I know, it's fucking shit swimmer and he's rude, right? And I didn't know how to respond to that, so there was a moment of silence as I'm trying to gather myself, and just to prove his point, he looked at me afterwards and he just went... Like, yeah, it's funny now, it is, but at the time, it's a brave thing to say to your flotation device. Do you know what I mean? Like, intrusive thoughts are fine, until you're holding a paraplegic child in a swimming pool, right? And your brain is like, do these float? I wonder, do they float? Like, it's good, man. it's fun. I keep getting this compliment, as well, not to brag, but I keep getting people go, you're quite attractive for an albino. Keep getting that, which is mental, right? You know, you wouldn't say that to fucking other... You'd never be like, you're quite attractive for a fat cunt. You know, like... You'd never do that. It's good. It's a condition called albinism, right? That's where the word albino comes from, and it affects my hair, my skin. It also affects my eyes, right? People don't necessarily understand this bit as well. I'm legally blind, and people have questions, and I don't mind that. I'd never be offended by a question. I struggle to answer some of the questions. Like, a fella found out recently and he goes, you're legally blind. I said, yeah. He goes, geez, that's awful. What's the worst thing about not being able to see things? Probably, that's it. That is it. That's kind of the whole problem, actually, really. You know, if I had to pick, it would be trimming my pubes, but that is essentially the problem. That's an extreme sport for me, honest to God, like... fucking... So I'm legally blind, and people, you know, I like I say, I'm legally blind. Not really blind. Legally. It's all above board. Legally blind. And I struggle to explain it to people. Like, I don't need to use a disabled bathroom. I don't feel bad doing it though. Like, well, actually once, I did once, because I came out and there was a fella in a wheelchair waiting to use the disabled bathroom, and I don't know if you know this, but they outrank us. And I could tell he was pissed off as well. Like, he looked like he was thinking about crossing his legs, and he... fucking calm down. He's not here. Like, we're upstairs. Do you know? It wasn't mean until that point, and then you loved it. Like, but I felt bad when I came out and I saw him there. I was like, oh no, he's gonna think I'm a dick, right? And I didn't want him to think I was a dick, so I fucking walked into him, and. And you know, I try and have a positive mindset as well, right? Because there is perks. Like, I have a blue badge for parking near shops. Yeah. I have one of them. It's great. I'm not allowed to drive, but I'm allowed to park really near. You know, I'm entitled to the wheelchairs you get in airports. Because I'm technically disabled, so I get one of them. And for a long time, I was too proud to use that. Now I've rent to pay. I'm like, yeah, fucking wheel me to the gate. Why not? I'll pick my battles. I don't mind. I like to get the wheelchair right up to the plane and then sprint up the steps. You know? And I don't know what it's like here, but in Ireland, right? Or you can't hit me. I'm disabled. Okay? Fuck. Disabled comic murdered in Belfast. I am the peace between the two sides. My dad's English and my mom's Irish. Our family is literally the flag. Like, it's unbelievable. That's a great joke. Fuck off. Especially for on the spot as well. What was I even talking about? Oh yeah, the health service in the country that I'm from. I don't know, some of you might also be from that country. But they give you free shit for being blind, just like, bless, you know? I had a laptop in school. I was one of those kids. And I was going through my room the other day. I never thought I'd be a prop comic, but I found this. This is another thing I got for free for being blind. This is a telescope, right? I used to use this to see the board, right? It's good to see we have some former bullies in. That's good, that's good. No, because I saw it in my room, and I have no use for it now, right? But I was like, what do the other comics see when they're up here? So don't be weirded out by this next bit. It's just for me. Six. 3. All right, okay, all right. The women now. You guys are good crack. I don't know how long I've been on. This is for show. I can't read this. I don't... Mickey said about things just happening, right? Other comics do have to write stuff. I don't know if you've noticed. I don't really. Things just happen. I got on a bus the other day, right? And I went upstairs, sat down. This bus was packed. A few stops later, another albino got on the bus. And then he sat beside me, right? I couldn't fucking believe it. I was so excited, right? Because I see them less than you do. So... I was like, no way. I texted me mate, there's an albino sitting beside me on this bus, and he just responded, "You should fight." The whole way I'm sitting there and I'm looking at him and I'm just thinking, fuck off. An albino. And I knew he was sitting there thinking, fuck off. An albino. But I also knew that everyone else on the bus was sitting there going, fuck off. Play the lotto. There's 2. He was a nice guy, though. I still have his passport. You guys are... I do write stuff. You guys are lovely. Can I tell you something personal before I go? Yeah? I'll just tell them. And... You guys go get a drink, have a long break, whatever. No, I got broken up with recently. Thank you. I didn't. I just wanted you to do that. Broken up is too strong a word because we weren't really together, right? What happened was I was finishing up college. I just turned 24, right? I've never been on an airplane with I've never been, honest to God. Thank you. Fucking, that's terrifying coming from the darkness. Jesus Christ. That could have been one of you, or this is how I find out I have schizophrenia. Like, swear to God though, I just turned 24. I've never been on an airplane with a full like tube of toothpaste. Like that's how young I am. And I was just finishing up college. I was studying in Galway, and I was finishing up. I knew I was moving on in a couple of months, and I met a woman. She was a few years older than me. She's an engineer from Costa Rica, and about 2 weeks before she met me, she had separated from her husband. So she didn't want anything serious, and I didn't want anything serious, and it was fucking great. And we started sleeping together, and it was brilliant. And maybe the 5th time we slept together, she turned to me afterwards and she goes, "Do your friends know about me?" And I said, "Exactly what you're all thinking. You're a Costa Rican engineer who sleeps with me. Everybody knows about you." Forget about my friends. My enemies know about you. Like, my barber, he knows. The last taxi driver I had knows about you. You know what I mean? Fucking Lavery's knows about you. Like, I'm not even Catholic, lads. I went to confession just to brag. Just to brag. And the priest is going, "She's Costa Rican." I'm going, "I know," right? Fucking big day for my people, man. And and he's there going, "Well, you know, the church doesn't approve of premarital sex." I had to pull him up. I said, "Hang on, Father, what kind of monster do you take me for? She's married." You guys are a lot of fun. Have a good evening. Cheers.